What's up, everybody? Shane here. We just had one of our first My Hero only local events at Legendary Wolf Games, and I decided to play my budget Denki deck with amazing success. I went undefeated in matches, and I only dropped one game to a Tokiyami deck, which is really funny because his attack lineup was all ultra rares. It was like 4 Meteor Shower, 4 Dark Shadow Ruin, 4 Frigid Heatwave, 4 Ice Storm, and my deck only has 6 rares in it. The rest is commons and uncommons, and I have like 4 starter cards in here. So let's get right into it. All right, so first up, Denki Kaminari. Response, once per game, after your charge attack deals damage, you add all cards from your card pool into your momentum, and the ability can't be canceled. So usually you go attack, 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 you might play another one, it hits them, you respond, you clear your card pool, they all go to your momentum, and then you can start playing attacks again. Then he has an enhance, it's a free enhance. If your charge or stun attack is blocked, you get to commit one of your rival's foundations. It's really important that you get to commit because you get to pin down their best foundations, like all their defensive foundations you get to commit. So yeah, he's just a really solid character. All right, let's go over the attacks. So let's start with 4 Electric Jolt. This card is really important because the bottom enhance says if this attack is completely blocked, it still deals 1 damage during the damage step, and that's gonna proc his response where after charge attack deals damage, you just shove everything into your momentum. So yeah, that's like, usually you go attack, 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 and then maybe you play this after that, and then it hits them, and then you get 4 momentum, and then you can do your big powerful 2 attack, which we'll get to later. Also, when this is in your momentum, you can flip it and commit 1 rival foundation. So this can help commit them out faster, but also you can use this on defense too, because it doesn't say your turn momentum, so you can do it on your opponent's turn. So a lot of times what I'll do is I will poke them turn 2 with this card. They can block it or take 4 or whatever, but then it goes to my momentum face up, and then if they attack me, I can flip this and basically stun 1. I get to commit their best card. So it's really nice that this is both offensive and defensive. So now I got 4 Electric Surge. This is just a basic Denki attack, but it's really good when it's in your momentum because you can flip it and add the top card of your deck to your momentum. So this like supercharges your momentum, it gets you more, and then you can make more damage out of your momentum. The other enhance, discard momentum, this attack gets +3 damage. I do this often because you play this and if it's at 7 damage, they'll probably block it, which means you can trigger Denki's response, or they'll take 7, but they probably won't do that. If this is just at 4 damage, they're just probably not gonna block it because it's only 4. So the discard momentum for 3 damage, it's nice if you want them to block this. Usually what I'll do is I'll go like attack with these 2, maybe if I have another one, I'll play it, and then I can play this, and then this hits them for 1, and all this goes to my momentum, and they all go face up. So then I can like flip these 3 and I get like 7 total momentum. So yeah, that's kind of the bread and butter of the deck.
Next up is 4 Recipro Extend.
This is just a generically good attack. The bottom enhance, you draw a card for free. So like when you play this, you become an 8 hand size pretty much. And then this just so happens to have charge. So if they block it, you get to pin down their best foundation. And then your next kick attack this turn gets +2 speed and +2 damage. This is really important for the next card I'm about to show you. You can either chain this into another Recipro Extend, or you can follow it up with Engine Rush. So this is the kill card of this deck. So mainly it's 5 speed base, which is a lot, and you're usually stunning their entire board. So once they're stunned out, 5 speed is really hard to block, especially if you played Recipro earlier in the chain. Like let's say you start with this, you play like a surge, and then a jolt, and all this goes to your momentum. Recipro says your next kick attack this turn, so that carries over. Like none of these attacks are kicks. So when these go to momentum, then you get to play Engine Rush, and then this comes in at 2 speed, 2 damage. So it's 7 speed for 7 damage, and they're usually all committed out. So it's really hard to block this card. And then it has powerful too. So you basically turn all your electric surges face down, you get your free momentum, and then you dump all your momentum for the powerful. It does have EX1, so if you need if you do some calculations and you're like best possible scenario, they check a 6 and win, you can just dump them momentum for +1 speed. So yeah, this is like the kill card, because you have Recipro Extend, you play it first, and then shove it in your momentum later when Electric Jolt hits, and then this is like big damage. It does have another ability which is very relevant, Commit a Foundation. If this attack is not blocked, you draw 2 cards. Twice in the tournament, I played this as like my last attack. I made the speed big, and then I drew 2 cards, and I drew 2 attacks, and I was able to finish them off with those attacks. So that was really nice. But yeah, like this, honestly, I feel like is better than some other ultra rare attacks, which I can get into later. But yeah, this is just like a stellar attack. It's awesome. And then I have 2 copies of Indiscriminate Shock 1.3 million volts. I only play 2. This is really only good like mid to late game once they're all stunned out. The speed's very low, but it gets +1 damage for each committed Rival Foundation, so you usually stun them out and it gets plus like 5, 6, or 7 damage or whatever. It does have a bottom enhance, commit a foundation. Your rival commits 1 foundation, so if you need to like tap them out more, you can do that. This deck also plays a foundation that when it's committed, you gain a speed, so like that kind of helps with this. But yeah, so this is just another attack to. It's another like kind of like a kill card. Engine Rush is your main kill card, but if you can't finish them with this or you just don't draw this, you can use Indiscriminate Shock to finish them off. So yeah, it's 17 total attacks. All right, now let's talk about some foundations. Play 4 Natural Leader. This is really good because you commit to give your mid attack or kick attack +2 speed. And every attack in this deck is a mid except for my 2 copies of Indiscriminate Shock. But the main thing I use this on is Engine Rush. This is your kill card. The more speed you give it, the harder it is to block. Usually what happens is you play a Recipro Extend, and then later on you play this card at 7 speed. You commit this for 9 speed, they're all committed out, they can't block this. And it's usually like 17 damage or something, it just kills them. So yeah, this is just to ensure that Engine Rush hits. But also what Natural Leader does, sometimes I'll just open with the Recipro Extend, I'll draw a card, I'll give it 2 speed, and then it's like 6 speed for 4 damage, and no one really wants to block that, because if they block, they got to commit some cards, and I get to commit target card with Denki. So they're usually not going to block that. So I poke them, I draw a card, I become an 8 hand size, I build for the rest of my turn, and then I get this in my momentum. So sometimes I'll just poke and then use this to help push through my attacks. But mainly it's for Engine Rush to help ensure that hits. Next up, 4 Classmate Introductions. This is just amazing. Your first attack, it's 1 speed, 1 damage. If they don't block that attack, then your attacks are going to get 1 speed until they block pretty much. So like a lot of times I'd have 2 of this out, and like my first attack would get 2 speed, 2 damage. It kind of makes them want to block your first attack, because if they don't play a block, then all your attacks are going to get 1 speed until they do block. But it makes them block, which is perfect for Denki, because if they block your charge or stun, you get to commit a Rival Foundation. So you just pick their best card and commit it. So it's just extremely good stats. The block's amazing for a foundation. So yeah, 4 Classmate Introductions. Then I play 4 Calling for Backup. You just flip it to draw a card. A lot of times I'll poke with Recipro Extend. I'll flip this foundation to draw a card, and then I'll draw a card here. So I'm a 9 hand size for the turn. You can also use it to filter blocks in your opponent's turn. Like if you have too many of the same block, you can draw a card, pitch a card, and try to get another block. But mainly I play this on my turn to help draw cards. 4 copies of Tape, just a defensive card. This helped against the Shigaraki matchup because I just flip this, make the attack a mid, and then I block with the mid. You can also flip for -2 speed on a mid, but it's just a defensive card. Helps you block, helps you live. All right, next up, 4 Bonds of Friendship. So I mainly played this for the high block. It's just like a 1 difficulty 6 check high block. It's just amazing stats for a spam foundation. However, this flip for this Fury attack, it's -3 damage, helped in the Shigaraki matchup. There was a point where he played like a Corrosive Lunge, and I flipped 2 of this. And I was like, it deals 0, you don't get the Shigaraki because it didn't hit me. So that was really cool. There's also other Fury attacks too. But yeah, it really helped out in some matchups. But again, it was only for mainly because of the high block is why I played this card. But just so happened that it helped in the Shigaraki matchup. 4 Desperate Times. This is an anti-draw card, so if your opponent draws cards, you can flip this and then they have to commit a foundation. So it's like extra stun. It fits with what Denki wants to do in committing your entire board out. One of the games I won against the Tokiyami deck, he drew 2 from Frigid Heatwave, and I was just like, all right, well, commit your last 2 foundations, and I was able to kill him on the backswing. It's also 0 difficulty, so amazing card. All right, then I play 4 copies of Gotcha. This is mainly stun hate. When this card's committed to your opponent's effect, you give -1 speed to their attack. However, you can also use this offensively too. I actually did a Engine Rush, right? So you commit a foundation. If this attack is not blocked, you draw 2 cards. Even if it's going to kill them, you can still commit this for +1 speed, make it harder to block. And then also against the Shigaraki deck, I played my Indiscriminate Shock and commit a foundation. Your rival commits a foundation. I committed this, so I got +1 speed. So yeah, this card is actually sneak good on offense too, but mainly for defense is why I played it. We got 4 requesting assistance. Amazing card. If you have a momentum, you flip this and you ready 1 foundation that has not been ready this combat phase. So a lot of times with Denki, you have to attack like 3, 4, or 5 times, and sometimes you just check attacks, you just check bad. So this helps alleviate you checking bad, because you check a 3, you commit foundations, and then you flip this to ready those foundations so you can keep going in. So yeah, amazing card. And then that brings us to our last card. I play 1 copy of Sticky Bausch. So this one here, you commit for -4 speed on a non-range attack. That actually pairs really well with requesting assistance, because you can like -4 speed, and then you block their attack, and then you can flip this, ready it, -4 speed on their next attack. Yeah, it's really good. But I also play this because you flip this, and then you stuff your opponent's card pool with the top card of their discard pile. That is really good on both offense and defense, because on offense, it's adding a speed to all your attacks. On defense, not only do they have to add a card to the card pool for more progressive, but it also breaks up combo decks. So like, if there's a combo attack or something, you like play the attack and then you flip this, put a foundation in their pool, and then it breaks up their combo. So this card was really amazing, but mainly for the speed 8. So yeah, that is the deck. It is 51 cards with Denki. Let me go over some ultra rare attacks and why I don't play them. So let's go over Blitz Rush first. It's really funny that I don't play as ultra rare. So a couple things with this one. It's a 6 difficulty, whereas Engine Rush is a 5 difficulty, so this is cheaper to play. This attack gets 2 damage for each card in your momentum. That's basically powerful too. Like, it's the same thing. Also, Blitz Rush starts at lower speed. It starts at 4 speed, and this starts at 5, so automatically this is harder to block. And then there's more stuff that increases speed for Engine Rush. I can't really find much stuff to increase the speed on Blitz Rush, but like for Engine Rush, I have Recipro Extend, which increases 2 speed, and then I got all these natural leaders down here that's like +2 speed. So like, this is so much harder to block than the Blitz Rush is. I get this card, you play all your attacks, you shove them on your momentum, then you play this, you're usually stunned out, and this is big damage, but like, there's some playable while committed speed hate, like Shock Absorption. They can just pop it -2 speed and just block this. Whereas Engine Rush is just harder to block. So I like Engine Rush more. Now, you could play Recipro Burst instead. This is good if you have like 3 momentum or more, because like it starts at lower speed. It starts at 3 speed. It is a kick, so like Recipro Extend and Natural Leader does increase the speed of this, but you usually need more momentum to make this work. But also, like, one of the reasons why I do like Engine Rush more, when I committed a foundation and drew 2 cards, like to draw my attacks, that's something that Recipro Burst doesn't do. You don't draw any cards off this card. It's just big speed, big damage. Like, this is more of a kill card than Engine Rush, but the added utility effect of drawing 2 cards, like early game, I feel like makes Engine Rush better, especially if you have natural leaders out. Because you could just poke with this turn too, give it some speed, commit a foundation, like commit a gotcha or something, give it another speed, so it's 8 speed for 5. If it's not blocked, you get to draw 2. You're usually not going to block it because it's 8 speed, so you just draw 2 and then you have more options. So I just feel like Engine Rush is a more flexible card. It's not as big of a kill card as Recipro Burst, but just the flexibility this card has, it just feels better. Like, it isn't charge, it isn't stun, so like it doesn't really work with Denki's Enhance, but usually you have used his Enhance on all your other attacks, and then a charge attack had already hit, so you just add everything into the card pool, and then you play this, and then this is actually what kills them. It doesn't need to share any keywords that Denki is looking for. Also, you could just play this, you can open up with this, and then you go attack, attack, attack. Like, let's just say you go, let me see here. Whatever, you go attack, and then you attack. Like, this still gets shoved in your momentum, because Denki adds all cards from his card pool into his momentum. So yeah, that's why I play, that's why I really like Engine Rush over all the other kill options that we have. All right, we're gonna do a little solitaire game just to kind of show you how the deck plays out. All right, so I guess I'm gonna need a life. Let's see here, so, we're at 20. Let's just say they're at 28 or something. All right, so we draw a 7. Oh, it doesn't matter who goes first. I guess, like, you can go first because it's harder to build foundations. All right, so we open with Engine Rush. Usually when I open with Engine Rush, I want to keep it, so I'll just mulligan 1 card, I think. Sure. So, because it's the kill card, like, I don't want to have to find it if I don't need to, so I'll usually just hold on to Engine Rush. Okay, so this is on a 2, and this is on a 3. This is on a 3, and then let's see here. This is
On a 3. This is on a 4. Dude, is this on a 5? All right, didn't think so. So we built 5. Their turn goes, they build their foundations. Our turn begins, we draw. All right, cool. So here's what I'm talking about poking with Recipro Extend. So you play this, it's a 4, got it. Enhance, draw a card. You can say enhance your next kick gets 2/2 this turn. Probably not going to play one, but it's nice to have. Enhance, if they block it, we commit one of their best cards. Classmates for 1 speed, 1 damage. And then we can commit Natural Leader to give it 2 speed. So it's 7 speed for 5 damage. So if they block this, they're going to have to commit a bunch of cards. We pin one down with Denki. We still have 4 foundations out to play attack, so they're probably not going to block this. They're probably just going to take 5. So that puts them at 23. So now we can just build some stuff. All right, so let's look at our hand here. We want to play another Classmates, because that's pretty offensive. I have 2 of these. I can have 3 Classmates out. That's pretty good. But I think I would rather play Tape to be able to block. I think I'll play, 1 Classmates, 1 Tape in this. Yeah, it's probably fine. So Classmate, tap that, and then Tape is on a 4, 3, 4, and then Gotcha's on a 4. All right, cool. So we're gonna build these down. This goes to our momentum because it hit. Their turn begins, we'll probably have to block a lot, so let's just say we have to Tape, make their attack mid, then we block the mid. They have like, I don't know, 5 speed or something. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. If they play a Fury attack, we can just flip this, -3 damage, just soak the rest of the damage. Let's say it's like 6 or something, we'll just take 6. It's a lot of damage, but whatever. Then if they play like another attack, well, here's the thing. If they play too many attacks, they risk tapping out all their foundations. And then like, they're just easier for Denki to kill. So I think they'll probably stop there because they already dealt their damage. If not, we can just like, let's just say we blocked whatever. 5, 6, 7, yeah, we'll just block their attack. Sure, so if it was a partial block, we'd take like 3 or something. All right, so now, it's our turn again. So I have the Engine Rush. Okay, so let's go ahead and play Recipro Extend. Passes. Gonna draw a card. Ooh, Indiscriminate Shock, that's pretty good. Okay, so Classmates is 3 speed and 3 damage. And if they don't block this, all my attacks are basically 3 more speed. Denki Enhance, if they block it, commit something. I don't want to use this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next kick gets 2/2. And then send it. So like, I don't know, like, do they block this? They played 3 attacks last turn. I don't know how much they built. They probably don't block this. Yeah, let's just say they don't block, they take 7. So beat, pop. Okay, cool. So now we can play, they can probably block this one. Yeah, let's go and play this, Indiscriminate Shock. So 5 + 1 is 6. 5, commit 1, make it 6. All right, so since they didn't block, 3 Classmates will give it 3 speed. I'm gonna commit 1 foundation. Let's go ahead and commit, I kind of want them to block this. So I'll commit this, actually. I can commit Gotcha for 1 speed, but I'd rather save that on my Engine Rush if I need the speed. We'll have Natural Leader. I don't think I need that. Well, this is a lot of damage because they probably have a lot of, yeah, okay. Let's not commit this. Let's commit the Gotcha because we have requesting assistance to ready it. Commit Gotcha for 1 speed for this ability here. Commit a foundation, your rival commits 1 foundation. So they commit 1, we stun 1, we enhance with Denki. It gets plus a bunch of damage because they have a bunch of committed foundations. Let's just say it's like 4 or 5. We'll just say it's 4. So 7 low for 9. They probably block this. So let's just say they completely block. That's a lot of speed, so whatever. They probably have little foundations left. Respond with Denki, or resolve the enhance on Denki, commit 1 of their cards. So now I play Electric Jolt. So 4, 5, 6. 5, 6. We'll go ahead and stun 1. Like, that's probably their last card. This isn't the attack that says if it's completely blocked, it still deals 1 damage. So what we're going to do is commit Natural Leader for 2 speed, just to make sure it hits them. And then I'm going to flip Requesting Assistance to ready Natural Leader. Can't use it again on this attack because I already used Enhance, but I can use it on this one. So that's probably going to hit them. Stun like their last card or whatever. They're at 6 speed. They're going to take 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'll respond once per game with Denki. So put my hand down here. All this goes to my momentum. This goes face up. These go face down. Now this Recipro burst, the +2/+2 is still on board, still carrying over. So when I play Engine Rush on the 5, check a 5, the +2/+2 is going to come in. So this is now 7 speed for 7 damage, and I can commit Natural Leader for 2 speed, making it 9 speed, and then I can powerful. Well, before I do that, I flip this to gain the momentum. And then they're at 12, so it's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So like this should kill them unless they have any, well, they're all committed out, so I don't think they do. But you can use the rest for EX and give it more speed if you want. But I think it's enough speed. Let's give it 1 speed, like EX1 for 1 speed, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage, so +8 damage. 6 and then 4. So this is 10 speed, mid-zone for 15 damage, and that's gonna wipe them out. So boop, 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 or whatever it was. Yeah, -15. Yep, so that's kind of how the deck plays.
All right, guys, that is my budget Denki deck. Solid character, solid deck, doesn't need any ultra rares, and it was a blast to play. Very, very unique character. Shout out to Jasku Games for the My Hero Academia card game, because it's pretty sweet. This video is sponsored by LegendaryWolfGames.com. Get all of your UniVersus and other CCG singles at LegendaryWolfGames.com.
What?
.com.